Hello everyone. In the last video itself, we have seen if we are having two classes, then precision, recall, and F1-Score are separate for both negative class and also positive class. So here I listed down all the formulas for precision negative, precision positive, recall negative and recall positive, F1-Score negative and F1-Score positives. So you can take a screenshot of it if you want it. Okay. There are some other names as well. Recall for negative class is also called as specificity, whereas recall for positive class is also called as sensitivity. Most of the times these might interchangeably used. That's why I'm telling these names as well. So sometimes instead of telling it as recall negative class, they might tell it as true negative rate or specificity. And also instead of telling recall positive, they might be saying it as sensitivity or true negative rate. So don't confuse with all these notations. Okay. And we haven't seen in code format, right? So if you guys remembered, we have already discussed logistic regression code. Okay. So in that code, let's go through that code. Okay, once. So in that particular logistic regression code, we have seen model.score, and what this model.score will be doing, that particular model.score will be calculating the accuracy, right? But we sometimes the data might be unbalanced and we might want to go for precision, recall, and F1-Score, right? In that case, how to deal with it? Let's check that code also. So basically, whenever you wanted to calculate this precision, recall, and F1-Score, you can simply use this particular classification report. Okay, so let's say we wanted to do that on testing data. So for this confusion matrix, I'm passing y test and y test predicted. So basically, this is for calculating the or signifying the confusion matrix. So here, whatever we are seeing, this is our confusion matrix on the testing data. This is signifying about actual, whereas this is signifying about predicted, and this is telling about native class, and this is telling about post class, like that. So here there is no notation like that. So if you see, here it is representing 75, 4, 16, and 25. Basically, each of these are representing. So let's say here there is some value, right? So if we denote it with IJ, that means it will be 0, 0, right? So that means that actual class is 0 and it has predicted it also 0. So these are representing true negatives. Okay. So because 0th class we are taking it as negative, right? So these are representing as true negatives. And here it represents 0 and 1, right? So this row is 0, whereas column is 1. So this will be represented as false positives. Okay. So basically here the actual class is 0 and the predicted class is 1. So that is what it is representing over here. So this is true negative, whereas this is false positive, and this will be our false negative, and this will be my true positive. So rows are denoting about actual values and columns are denoting about predicted values. So I hope this particular confusion matrix is clear for everyone. And if you have any doubts, you can comment down in the comment section. And then simply you can use this classification report in order to calculate the precision, recall, and F1-Score. So here also we are passing y test and y test predicted. So first we need to pass our actual outputs and then we need to pass our predicted outputs. Okay. Then finally we'll be getting our precision, recall, and F1-Score for 0th class and also for 1 class. And also we'll be getting the accuracy over here. And similarly, there is something called as macro average, which is like averaging of these two. That is 0.82 and 0.86 will get averaged, and that value will be over here. And similarly for recall, these two values will get averaged and it will be over here. And here it will be 0.88 plus 0.71 by 2. So that will present over here. Like that, this macro average will get calculated. Whereas weighted average is like, so in this 0th class there are 79 points, right? Whereas in 1 class there are 41 points. So how this weighted average will be calculated is like let's say, let's take a precision. So for negative class it is 0.82 and for positive class it is 0.86. So it will be 0.82 into how many negative class points we are having? 79 points, right? So it will be 0.82 into 79 plus 0.86 into 41. Okay, so 0.86 into 41. In denominator, we will be having the total number of points, that is 79 plus 41, which is 120. So like this particular weighted average will get calculated, whereas macro average is like exact average of these two. So this is about precision, recall, and F1 scores code. Okay, so you can simply use this classification report in order to get all of these values. Okay, so I hope it's clear, and that's it for this video. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.